She's so loving and caring and loves relationships. When the doctor told me, the neurologist said, we believe she has autism, my whole entire life fell apart that day.
But these Montana families embraced the challenge.
He just has made me a better person. I tell everybody he's my hero, you know.
Now this growing tidal wave of children is transitioning into adulthood, leaving families on a search for help.
Beautiful. Scary.
No!
Exhausting.
No!
Joyous. Confusing.
From the moment of autism diagnosis, parents become advocates.
It's the most stressful job I have.
But for these moms, it's worth it.
He's just made me very appreciative of life, very appreciative of simple things.
In 1996, 1 in 150 children were diagnosed with autism. By 2010, that had more than doubled.
This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, and it's a lifelong disability that needs lifelong supports.
Now this growing tidal wave of children is transitioning into adulthood, leaving families on a search for help and structure.
Last year, USA Today ranked Montana third in states that drink the most beer. Your average Montanan drinks 40 gallons of beer a year. That's as much as a large aquarium tank. In Missoula, where I live, there's over 10 breweries, but it's also home to Montana's first growler filling station, the Dram Shop. If you're a fan of craft beer, this is the place to be. With 37 beers on tap, wine, cider, soda, and bottles, there's no shortage of options, and they're constantly changing.
We've got like new beers happening all the time, and so you kind of come in, you never know what you're going to get.
Hey. Yeah, okay, so can I do the Cask 29?
Cask?
Yeah. I got number 29. It's the Blackfoot River Ginger IPA. It's $4 and it comes out of a cask, so it's kind of English style. Overall, I really like the Dram Shop's beer and the atmosphere. This is somewhere I would come a lot.
Kenny McClure is dancing in the ceremony because he says it's an important tradition for celebrating his culture. He served for 3 years in the U.S. Army.
But we dance for the people that can't dance. We dance, and while we're dancing, it's the same thing as a prayer.
This is the 23rd ceremony put on by the Salish and Kootenai Veteran Warrior Society. Around 400 to 600 people come out to watch it every year. Wyman McDonald, one of the veterans honored, served in the Marine Corps for 4 years all around the globe.
For one thing, it's nice to be recognized and hopefully to be something of a role model for younger people.
Event coordinator and Coast Guard veteran Dan Jackson says within the 7,800 tribal members in the community, about 1,300 are veterans. He says that people come from all around the United States to show their support.
This is like a church. If you were to go out there and dance, you would feel the spirit.
McClure says coming home to these ceremonies are rewarding.
We serve the country so we can have gatherings like we have now.
Jackson says it's important to keep this tradition alive, since now there's a Veteran Warrior Society in almost every reservation. For UM News, I'm Dominique Giusti.
This is the first week I've been able to talk about it without crying.
Last October, thieves broke into Sandy Sorrell's St. Ignatius home and stole her underwear and her art, expensive outdoor gear, even the grill off the barbecue, and all about $200,000 worth of her belongings. And when they were done, they kicked in doors, punched walls, and committed other bizarre acts.
They broke off every light bulb in the house, in the socket. And I guess they smoked the meth out of the light bulb. And every lamp in the house is broke.
We've had burglaries where they've taken their passports, their wills.
Lake County Sheriff Don Bell believes drugs and the relentless pursuit of them have created new career criminals. In this case, a group of thugs who take what they want, often descending on someone's home like locusts, taking everything.
A lot of these people are so organized that they're renting storage units for the stuff that they're stealing. And so we're working that angle, and we're also setting up electronic devices.
Sandy had been gone for a few days taking care of her mother. The crime scene video shows what she came home to. These people are in search of the top dollar items, of course, but in Sandy's case, they even took shampoo and her bedding.
They really like your guns because they can trade that for drugs right away. Drugs and cash and gold and stuff, which they trade. The other stuff they'll consume themselves if they need the clothes or if they need that, or they'll trade. Some of the stuff I'm not really sure why they. We had one they stole their vacuum cleaner. I'm thinking they must have just needed a vacuum cleaner.
Sheriff Bell says the group of burglars works together, listening to community chatter or watching Facebook to figure out who's out of town or when a house might be vacant for a while.
The situation started to get a little bit better 2 to 3 months ago after the Lake County Sheriff's Office arrested a group of people they believe were burglarizing homes in the Ronan and Polson area. But now they have their sights set on another group of people who are targeting Arlee and St. Ignatius.
A Facebook page helps crime victims tell the community what's been stolen and to be on the lookout. And for the past year, the St. Ignatius community has had a monthly neighborhood watch to curb crime. In Sandy's case, they took a lot more than just her stuff.
I feel their fingers touching everything of mine. Unbelievable that we have come to this point, that someone could actually do such a cruel thing and take everything, my whole life. I'm starting over.